This is a sample of inside house sound. So that's the bed there, and it's got a brick wall, and nothing's open. All the windows are closed, and there's even a blind, as you can see, covering. But the sound still comes very loud in. Much louder for my ears than the mobile. I hope the mobile's picking it up. I was trying to have a sleep in because I was up all night, but of course it's all staged to where you're forced to not get enough sleep, so that means you're more agitated, and then when they stage the sound, the noisy, deliberate stage city setup system, sound system around you, it's even more aggravating. You can't deal with it. It drives you insane. Playing right over the roof at the same time as the jackhammer going in the stage setup work program that's in the location next door to this particular place where I am. It's a huge work production that actually is completely finished, but now they say they've got to tear it all down and start it all over again. So they build a huge construction building, and they say they built it wrong and they've got to rebuild it. So that means another year and a half of jackhammers every day from 7 right through to 4 or 5. And so from sun up till sundown, you have this sound system which is designed to drive you crazy. Because if you're living on a construction site, it will drive you crazy. And they're trying to push you to be crazy, to act crazy, so that then they can probably get rid of you one way or the other. But this work production was finished. After a year and a half, nearly 2 years, it was held up for years because they don't want new people into the street, because this place is supposed to house 30 new people. And even that was originally supposed to be more people, but due to objections by citizens, which are all part of this patrol control system. Because if you're not part of it, then it works against you. So that's the situation. And of course, like myself, you may not be aware of it till it's too late. You think that you're just living with normal civilian citizens, and that if you mind your own business and don't do any problems for them and try to cooperate, that it's okay. But once you become aware of their nature, even if it's only accidental that you see psychopathic behaviour, they then openly turn their sight and sound control patrol system on you. That's the best way I can describe it, because they can't come at you directly. But when you have a traffic patrol system, when you have a sound system where they can set up construction sites right around you to make excessive sound of a detrimental human mind brain controlling directive, because this causes brain damage. I'm literally being brain destroyed every day here. If you've got a jackhammer going into sending vibration into the place where you are, and that this jackhammer situation does follow you all over the suburb. In other words, every second or third house in the entire suburb is a set-up construction site, and every person has access, all the patrollers have access to every single house, every single facility, every single shop, every place, every area of this Leichhardt suburb is an army base, an army anti-human, anti-life base, where the humans are unaware of it till it's too late, like myself, that you're surrounded by an anti-human, anti-life armed force, really. It's a force because it comes at you, and it's a collective army, just as the internet is a collective informative army. I have to stop here because I'm exhausted and I should have energy, because I couldn't sleep in the night because they were sending direct energy at my body, keeping me awake, and then as soon as the sun comes up, you've got the jackhammer noise going. And there's a stage production right outside the door, which I will show you when it starts up, because they've already put all the fence around, and they said it was going to be further down the street, but instead it's right outside my front door. So they actually will even misinform you to your face. They'll give you a letter and say, we're staging something a bit further down the street, and then they stage it in front of your door. That's just to show you that they can have total control in every single way, that they can even tell you something and then, so what? You know, we're the authorities of this area. We're part of the powers that be, which is true, you know, because everything is connected anyway now, and always has been, I guess. But you don't notice it till you hear and see its full force, and that's when they're actually trying to push you out, I guess. Okay. But you've got this continual sound system, you've got this continual program of patrollers. See, planes going over the roof now. If I was out on the street next to the fence where they're practically stopping me from almost getting outside the front door, I could show the patrol plane that goes right over the roof, and they follow you all over the suburb too. But it's always in a system. It's a systematic patrol sight and sound control system. So it's always someone patrolling, always some sound being directed at you. It's a sight and sound human suppression show. It's show because I see it but no one else sees it. If you're on a street and you are surrounded by patrollers, even an outsider will think you're just on a busy street, because until they realise that that same patrol system is following you all over the suburb, in other words, unless they're walking with you and actually doing it day after day, month after month, they would see it, but they wouldn't see it as a patrol system necessarily. They might just think there's too many people around you, but they say, well, that's just a city. And if they were going about their business, and if they weren't actually surrounding you in a systematic patrol system, which you see because it's continual, they're always there. It goes within almost a 5 to 10 second ratio to where you're never allowed any space of your own. And it's connected to your brain and your mind. Your mind is your brain. It's all the same thing in a way. So it's connected to your brain by the technology. Just the internet that goes through the air is a lot more advanced than what people actually acknowledge it to be. Even low, when you're using it, you actually do understand that it's fairly advanced, but you don't think that it's personally directed towards you, even though all computer systems are personal computers. That's why they say you're a PC, you're a personal computer, you have a personal computer connected to you, and that personal computer is connected to the worldwide internet web, the worldwide human mind control spider web. That's just at the most basic technological level. And I have to stop. I hope the mobile's picking up the sound, because this is upstairs completely closed in. If I opened this door here, which I can't do because it's jammed, you would hear what I'm hearing. A jackhammer coming into, a bedroom. Can't sleep overnight because they send direct energy at your body from around, because everyone is a patroller and everyone is an officer, a civilian officer, or a civilian operative, they call them, for the patrol control system, because if you're not part of it, then it will be working against you. So what should be a quiet dead-end street is a construction site, an army construction base. It's the armed forces in civilian form. Trained army operatives and trained civilians that are using their mechanical work skills and even just the ability to patrol and technology to connect with one another in the traffic patrol system to basically monitor and completely, utterly, 100% control your activities, your life and your mind and your state of well-being. Because it's not just mind control, it's emotional control. You feel bad all the time. Human beings are meant to be at a happy vibration. That's what they don't want, because while this computer world exists, it has to operate at a computer level, which is not a high vibration. A high vibration is the opposite to technology. It's a human vibration. Most people understand this. Most people know that it's spiritual, or that it's, it's not technical. But we're actually combined now with technology, and even spirituality is really technical, because it's the technology and the spirituality of the God of Earth. Even though those that promote spirituality will say that it's the opposite to that, but really it's the opposite to what they're saying, because it's a total reverse Lucifer's deceptive matrix. The God of light that turned dark, or the iniquity of darkness was shown. The ability was shown that this being wanted to be the controllers of humanity, and didn't want to see humanity rise to their highest spiritual high vibration, or in other words, didn't want humanity to be happy and in life and in so-called love, spirit. No, they wanted them to be unhappy and in a dead, dark, technical earth matrix. Okay?